Hi, this is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Let's talk about developing some explosive strength and why it's so darn important. And how do you do it? So first of all, when you go to your doctor and you're getting a little bit older, their great advice to you is always I've heard this time and time again. Yeah, you need to lose some weight, so go to Weight Watchers and try to jog or move more. And that's horrible advice when you think about it. I mean, really, frankly, they're setting you up they're giving you a 99% chance that you're going to be a failure. Because the success rate for Weight Watchers for long-term weight loss is less than 1%. We see that time and time again. It is, calorie restriction does not work as far as a long-term solution for keeping your weight off. You might be able to lose 5, 10, 20 pounds, but you're going to regain it within a year, just based on what the averages are. So Weight Watchers is not a great solution to losing weight. And exercise is frankly not a great way to lose weight either. I mean, if you go for a 30-minute walk every day, what are you burning? Approximately about 150 calories. I mean, that's not the best measure, but it's a measure that most people are familiar with, so we'll just use that. So you go off and you burn 150 calories, which is about the equivalent of a soda. From a time perspective, you're just better off not drinking the soda. You're just not doing much for your body at all, frankly, and you're not developing the most important muscle group. There's two types. There's fast twitch and slow twitch muscles. The slow twitch muscles are the endurance muscles, and those are the last to go. I mean, when you start developing sarcopenia and you're losing muscle mass, the body holds on to the slow twitch the longest. The ones that go first are fast twitch, or the explosive muscles. And that's unfortunate, because basically losing your fast twitch muscles is a form of disability when you really think about it. These are the muscles that help keep you stable. These are the ones, when you trip, when you try to regain your footing very quickly, that is fast twitch muscles that make that possible. It's not just a part of explosive strength, which is darn important, but this is what helps move you out of danger, helps keep you stable, helps prevent major trauma. Most people that end up in the hospital with type 2 traumas are really not people in car wrecks. They're frankly people that are older, frail, and fall. And when they fall, they break their rib and their wrist. That's a stage 2 trauma, and that can be life-ending, depending on the age of the person. And you want to keep that stuff from happening, and the way you do that is by keeping your fast twitch muscles. But it's not free. Thankfully, it doesn't take a lot of time. It's strange to me, but really it is amazing how little time it actually takes in order to maintain fast twitch muscles. It takes basically 20 minutes a week, because you can't do the intense work that you need to do in order to develop fast twitch muscles for more than probably 10 minutes anyway. And then you only have to do it a couple times a week, so 20 minutes a week, and you're going to maintain fast twitch muscles, which have some tremendous benefits. When you're doing high intensity type training, you're increasing your VO2 max, which is making your lungs much more healthy. One of the signs that they keep looking for longevity, the people that live the longest have the best VO2 max, and the way you improve your VO2 max is by doing high intensity training for relatively short periods of time. And I don't know this, there's no blood test for it, but it kind of makes sense that the powerhouse of your cells, called the mitochondria, seem to get healthier and stronger and multiply. And we're kind of taught in biology that there's like one mitochondria per cell, and that's not true. There can be multiple mitochondria in the cells, and so they improve, they multiply, you get more of them, you get faster, stronger, your body can better utilize energy when you have type 2 muscle fibers. And the HIIT muscle training, high intensity interval type training, actually seems to improve it. So how do you do it? Well, frankly, it's simple when you think about it. It can be as simple as finding a piece of ground that you can sprint on just run as fast as you can for 10 seconds and then take a minute or two off and do it again. And if you're going as fast as you can for 10 seconds, then you're only good for about 5 or 6 rounds. That's about it. Because after that, you're going to just start slowing down. You're going to start pacing yourself. And that's not the type of training. So in order to do it effectively, it needs to be done in short intervals, very short duration with a period of time of rest, and then do it again. I'm amazed at how taxing and tiring it is. I do most of my type of sprint training on a Schwinn Airdyne bike. And I'll do 10 seconds on, a minute 20 off, 10 seconds on, a minute 20 off. I can only do about 5 rounds of that. And I'm gassed. I'm really tired. It's amazing how quickly you can wipe yourself out doing this type of work. So, and you get tremendous amounts of benefit for relatively short amounts of work. So sprint training, and if you're just starting off, if you're basically a couch potato right now, just start walking. And as you build up, find a hill, and then making it time to go up and down the hill. You know, try to go up it as fast as you can, and then walk down it slowly. And do that about 3 or 4 times. And as it's amazing how quickly your body will start to adapt, and you will be able to, really in a month or so, be able to start running up the hill and then sprinting up the hill. And as you do that, you're just going to keep yourself getting stronger and developing more type 2 fast twitch muscles, which is what you need for your long-term health. You can also do it by lifting heavy weights. Now, not just grabbing an average weight and doing it for 10, 15 times, but I'm talking about lifting something just a couple of times, as heavy as you possibly can. And I know why doctors don't tell you to do that is because they're afraid you're going to hurt yourself. Well, you're going to have to apply some common sense to this, but you're also going to have to push yourself, and you have to keep trying things. I know when I started off doing this, I was a little bit nervous. I mean, I was in my mid-50s, and I was afraid that I was going to hurt myself. I was going to pull something or something like that. Frankly, it never was that bad. Your body kind of protects itself. It's not going to let you go completely nuts. But as you do it, you get a little bit more confidence. I've started off, jumping. And when I first started jumping, and you may be chuckling, going, "Oh, jumping, who cares about that?" I mean, frankly, after, sometime in your 40s, when your kids get a little bit older, you don't jump anymore. And I hadn't really jumped for a long period of time. And all of a sudden I started, to incorporate jumping into my thing. And, I could get a few inches off the ground. And I was trying to do that for short periods of time. Now I can jump up on, bigger objects, a few feet high. And you start doing that for about 10 seconds or so. As many jumps as you can do in 10 seconds. Take a rest, do it again. You can only do that a few times before you really start to get tired. It's an amazing force, and I really recommend you just start building that in. And I started off, a few inches. I mean, it was like jumping up and down on the curb, but slowly but surely, you keep getting higher, stronger, faster, and your body, as it's developing fast twitch muscles, it gives you more coordination. It allows you to start doing more and more stuff, which is what you want. I mean, look at older people when they're walking. They're walking tentatively and slowly because they don't trust, their body doesn't trust their muscles, because frankly, they probably don't have the fast twitch muscles anymore. And it's debilitating over time. And unless you want to be walking down the street, slumped over, shuffling, and that's where you're destined. When you start to lose your fast twitch muscles, that's where you're going, and you're heading for injury. So why do it when you can, for just an investment of 20 minutes or so a week, you can avoid it by just adding in that stuff, which is a great investment of your time. I do some Christian ministry work where I go out and I'm working with a guy who's not much older than I am. And I've seen his physical decline of late. He's had his hip replaced. He's had work done on his neck and shoulder and everything else. And this is a person that was very vigorous and active his entire life, and just a couple of things happened, and it is very tough for him to be enthusiastic about life. When you start to lose that, it affects every part of who you are over time. You don't want to lose it. It affects your confidence, your ability to go through life with gusto. You just lose your interest in everything that makes you you. So don't be that person. Invest the time in it. Expect it to take a little while to get going, but boy, once you build that in, and by the way, this does not mean that I'm anti-walking. I'm not against doing daily activities. I mean, I went for a nice 3.5 mile walk today. It was a gorgeous day. I enjoyed it, and I wanted a little activity. But I don't confuse that activity with the exercise, which is the intense work that you do for short periods of time to build muscle, particularly type 2 muscle, the fast twitch muscles. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope you will invest some time in this for you to get stronger, because frankly, we need more strong people. This is what's going to protect you from long-term disability. This is what's going to help make you stronger and not need pharmaceuticals or surgery or other things. This is what allows you to get out of the healthcare system and to be free. And until you're willing to make that investment in yourself and your own long-term health, you are going to be a slave to the system, the medical industry. You're going to have to keep buying insurance. You're going to have to keep going to see your doctor, because you're just going to be an accident always waiting to happen. And frankly, you don't have to be, but it's your decision. And frankly, I think bad health is a choice at the end of the day. You don't have to participate. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. I try to put out a couple messages each week. I hope you will like and subscribe, join this channel, and I will talk to you soon.